There's a quay not too far from where I live in County Galway, and when the tide's in, it makes a wonderful place to swim. My son Paddy has decided to swim every day for the month of June, and last night I decided I'd sketch while he was swimming. I brought my mini kit comprising a very small box of 10 colours, a pen and a water brush, and the miniest of mini sketchbooks in a size A6. Paddy is having a dip while I'm sketching away. It's a beautiful evening, very calm but slightly threatening. There's been storms all week and today's no different. So I've used my Fude pen to get some fine lines for the clouds and the far shore. I'm using a Sakura water brush with some dilute blue for the blue sky. And then when that's a little bit drier, but not quite dry enough, as you can see, I've used a darker purpley blue to pick out the dark side of the clouds. And the contrast between the dark side and the sunny side is very strong. And that really gives you the look of the stormy weather. So I'm putting on some strips for the sea, and a seagull that flew past as I was sketching makes a nice focal point. Putting some larger ripples in the foreground to give that sense of distance. A very easy and neat little trick. The storm is gathering momentum. But I don't mind, my sketch is finished. Paddy's had his swim. And we drive home through the storm, making it home just before the heavens open. I know the tide is going to be high at about 7 the following morning, so I'm up early and down at the quay by about 1:30 the hour. It's very tranquil down there. Paddy would love to be here with me, but he's already left for work. The water is very deep, but I feel conscious that I'm there to sketch. And I just hope that the water won't drop too much by the time I'm ready for a swim. I have Reuben with me, my little fluffy white terrier, and we're almost alone. But this rather friendly golden retriever is with us too, watching his mistress as she swims. And I'm looking at her and I'm wondering, should I go in? It looks nice. The water's very clean. It is a greeny colour, but it's clear and there's nothing to take away the pristine nature of it. The dog's mistress is all on her own in the bay. She's got the place to herself. And he watches her and she calls him to come and join her. Reuben finds all this almost unbearable. And he whines as he sees this dog having such a lovely time, while his lead is tethered under the leg of my stool. I'm kind of in work mode, so I decide I'll get my sketch done while the tide is high and the water is calm, and there'll be plenty of time to swim afterwards. So I draw the boat in front of me, that little white boat, and its perfect reflection, demonstrating so many of the typical aspects of a reflection, the ripply lines, the mirror image. I'm using my Kolinsky sable because it turns out I've left my water brush behind. So I have to use it with, I suppose, less abandon than I normally would, because my sketchbook is very small. It's a beautiful sketchbook. It's the Hanamulla 100% cotton sketchbook. 250 gram weight paper, and I really like it. And this one's in a A6 size. So I've drawn the quay wall and I'm putting in the trees in the background, and I'm just using any old colours that I think look like they'll work. But one thing is for sure, a bit of contrast around an object in the foreground really goes a long way to making the object in the foreground really pop. So darkening the seawall should do that for me. My little box of paints, dinky. Almost there. You can see the colour of the reflection is quite different from the subject itself. They're my neighbours swimming away in the bay. Look how sparkly the water is. No thunder this morning. I decide that it's just too lovely and I can't resist jumping in. And here's the mini kit that I'm working on at the moment. This is my very first one. And while it fits everything, it doesn't actually quite fit, because there's a space for pens and there's a space for brushes, but this little slot at the side, it's supposed to fit an A6 sketchbook and it's a tiny bit too small. But the pencil case fits a mini box of paints, and it fits a couple of magnetic clips or a tiny water carrier, and then the whole pencil case zips up all the way around the edge to be snug and safe. Reuben had to be put back in the car because he was distracting me. So here's my haul from the last 2 days. So if you want to know more about my little field case as it is in development, just make sure to like and subscribe, and then you'll be kept up to date with all the developments.